Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new video for you guys today. Welcome to the channel. Feeling good. Your boy is back with another review for you guys today. Doing a two-player review today for you guys, so you know it's gonna be a longer video whenever we do more than one player for a review. The last couple of reviews have been under 15 minutes, so it's probably be like around 20. Depends on how things goes. But we're doing a review for a former United player and a current United player, Jess Park and Alessia Russo. With the main person being Russo, obviously, because she just came out today. And Park has been out, for the entire week for Prem TOTS. So doing a review for these two, we'll go over them and against the gameplay rivals and see if we can cook with them and see how they play. So let's get things started with Alessia Russo. Russo is 5-star, 4-star. You kind of want her to be 5-star, 5-star. Lengthy, and she's 5'8". Can play cam, center, mid, and striker. Obviously, you would never play her as a CM because her defense is fucking abysmal. You definitely don't like it's about to be freaking mad. You don't want any midfielders, cam or not, who has less than freaking 80 freaking defense. If you want even your cams to have 80 defense at this point of the year. Stats wise, the pace isn't too good, isn't great for this time of year at just 90, but the pace but the acceleration and sprint speed are very close, as well as the agility be 89. Means that she'll be consistent when it comes to what her pace is in game. That sniper hurts her improve her shooting and to improve her physicality, because her strength is only 86. Want that higher because she's a striker. This is like a target for kind of striker. So this kind of build, these bigger, I say bigger with air quotes because she's 5'8", but she's bigger when it comes to the women players. These bigger players, you want them to have high physical so they can be able to like withstand a lot of the contact to be going through up there with the trees, aka the center backs, who all have 20,000 pounds of bruiser. But she does have good stamina and very good jumping. She is known for her headers in the women's league. And it's kind of funny because I said before that Caroline should have been a TOTS player. If there's anybody else who was snubbed for a TOTS card, it is Russo. Russo, next to Khadija Shaw, is one of the best strikers in the WSL, and her Harder and Pajor are the goal leaders for the UWCL. But this is someone who should have had an actual TOTS card. She's carrying Arsenal. Just like a lot of y'all who don't watch the sport, y'all clamor about like queen forehead, the biggest forehead in the world. But the person who's actually carrying Arsenal offensively is Russo. Even in their friendly against Spain, the one goal scored in that game is off a Russo assist. So yeah, so that's Russo. We don't her play styles. I'm sorry, I was yapping. She has finesse plus, which is very good to have. She has a precision header, which is obviously because again she's known for her being an aerial threat. Game changer, which is also pretty good to get. Probably you more so want this as a base play style than like a low driven as a plus, but not mad at it. They should give her base low driven though, as like a to make it nice. She does have tiki taka and incisive, so it's good to see. So if you were to play her as a cam, which I wouldn't, you at least would have pass play styles on the player. If you're someone who plays like false 9 attack or false 9 build up, you would also like to see the fact that she does have passive play styles. She has all the ball control play styles other than press proven and trickster. You do want press proven, so especially on bigger players. So wish she had that. She has quick step, and she also has enforcer roles. Why she has plus everywhere for striker and everywhere for cam other than playmaker and classic 10. Where they didn't give her plus for playmaker, but they give it to her for half winger. No one's using half winger. Then when it comes to CM, she has a plus everywhere other than the defending play styles, defending roles, and box to box. Again, weird thing. So she gets plus playmaker as a CM, but not for a cam. It's very weird, yeah. And then as for Jess Park, she has plus everywhere, other than her CM roles, where she doesn't have it for holding, deep line playmaker, and box to box. Playstyles wise, she only has one scoring playstyle, which kind of lame. It's kind of why I feel like she's like she can play as a right mid, but I kind of think she's best as a box to box, because of like if you don't have to play as much a forward, you want more than one scoring playstyle. But she does have all three of the major passing playstyles. She is missing that defensive, so that could be a negative if you are someone like me who does a lot of Shigella passes, or if you're someone who uses bounce passing, because bounce passing is more accurate when you have both incisive and the offensive. She does have at least one defending play style, so her bounce will be a good defender. She has every ball control play style other than press proven, and then she also has a quick step. No bruiser. You do want bruisers, in my opinion, right now when it comes to your midfielders, because of obviously. Stats wise, she looks very good. 93 pace, 94 agility, and putting her in the same bracket for her pace. Again, that means consistency when it comes to their movement. For those who are confused when I mention that, if a player has a big gap in their agility compared to their pace, they won't feel fast consistently. They'll have inconsistent moments when it comes to their speed, whereas if their agility is, you know, in the same ballpark as their actual pace, they will feel consistent when it comes to how they feel in game when it comes to their quickness and their speed. Shooting wise, looking very good everywhere other than you know, volleys and penalties and long shots. You could say you also want the shot power be a bit better as well, but you'll take 87. Passing, everything's good other than free kick accuracy. Dribblings, everything's good. Just everything's good. She looks phenomenal at dribbling. Defense wise, she has 90 intercepts. She has 88 standing tackles, 85 versus awareness. That's pretty solid for box to box. You do want a little bit higher when it comes to awareness, but you're okay with it. Strength can be a little bit better, but she has an 86. Have an engine on her to just improve her passing, her pace, and her dribbling. But if you really want to, like, you know, go in on her, because she can't, you know, she can play right mid, right wing, and CM. So if you do want to play her, you know, as just a box to box and never want to play her up top, then maybe go like an anchor, you know, just to get that physical higher and defense higher as well. So that's the intro, long intro, because we're covering 2 players, but we'll get right into the game's rivals and see if we can cook with Jess Park and Alessia Russo. Oh. It's not an ideal situation there. Nice pass. Caroline goal. We're supposed to get the assist there, but she didn't have a great pass. So he's involved in the build up there. That's some Park. It's just that lack of speed right there. We're not able to, like, I'm trying to, like, do a pass to the freaking left, but this game just doesn't allow you to freaking move. Offside trap. One. Nice. Russo goal. I was trying to pass to Enzo. Fucking Christ, EA. This game passing is fucking abysmal. There we go. Good build up. Park and Russo involved in that. Dio goal. And he's out of here. One, too far ahead. A good run from her, but she just goes too far. The Russo assist. Russo goal. Nice build up. It's trying to freaking. Nice build up, Dino goal. So kind of like a full team build up there. Leave it in though. Russo doesn't get an assist. That pressure's coming in. Did you see how far Maldini's freaking foot went? Holy. I should have had a goal right there. That's on me. I aimed that horribly. I think this guy has given up. But instead of leaving, he's gonna freaking keep playing. We'll hit a low triple finesse with freaking Park. Now he's out of here. There we go, Russo goal. Just look at the two-man press. No. Oh, man. Trying to pass the Russo right there, actually, but we'll take it. It's when how many times you do things in this game on accident. Gosh, that ball just goes too far to the right. The idea there is good. On EA, shoot. Oh, it's a good idea if those passes happen as soon as I'm freaking hitting them. But they're not the freaking player. Nice and Park. The player jumps over contact. EA, please. Oh my god, this game is so bad, man. All right, outro time for Russo. Played 3 games for Russo. Didn't have a lot of goals. Only had 5 goal contributions in those 3 games. But frankly, if you watch the gameplay, she definitely had more than just 5 contributions because there was a lot of build up there involving her when it comes to the goals that we scored in these 3 games. And 2 of those games were very short, so there wasn't like a lot of chance for her to even like do too much. But in those 3 games, there's a lot of build up involving her, so she definitely did more contributions to the gameplay than just 5 goals. She's really good. That last game, she probably should have had 2 more goals, but the gameplay got really weird towards the end there. But she feels good in game. I was kind of worried when I first got the card because I was like, okay, I want to give her a sniper because it gives her lengthy. She can only get lengthy on a sniper or architect. And it's someone who you definitely want to have lengthy. You want your center forward to be lengthy. But I was worried because Russo is one of the players who, over the last 3 years, she kind of needs to engine lately. But this card didn't. This card has high enough dribbling stats, high enough ball control, high enough composure. Like, just the balance is still a little iffy, but she has high enough dribbling stats to where you don't feel like she needs the engine. And I feel like that's also kind of just part of how EA made this game this year, because remember, across the board, left stick dribbling is better for all players, not just short players, but for all players. So even taller players feel better, not good, but like better left sticking. So you don't need engine as much as you would last year or in S24. So on the sniper, she felt very good. Again, didn't score a lot of goals, but there's more to the game than just scoring goals, obviously, because, you know, I'm not the kind of person who forces the ball to players. I try to give you guys a realistic gameplay. Like, this is how I play the game every single time I play the game. I don't force ball anybody. So I didn't pass up passes to Caroline, you know, so I can freaking try to get a goal over Russo. I didn't pass up passes to Dino so I can get a goal over Russo. She was involved in every goal they scored, though. She was involved in all the build-up. She's very good, in my opinion. I feel like if you're building a Arsenal team, you'll have fun with her. I'm sure you probably see her in some upcoming net videos. If you're building a United team, past and present, should be good in your United past and present squad. You build a women's team, you'll enjoy having her. We didn't get a chance to see how good her finesse shots fly. But I'll say this: stick around because she'll probably be my starter striker for the week. To be honest with you, so the next few games of rivals that you see next few videos, you see she'll be the striker. So you'll see how she performs, and that says a lot. If someone is a bad player, you'll stop seeing them, right? Like, yeah, you'll stop seeing players because of like other reasons too, like maybe you just got a better freaking a better winger, a better striker, whatever. But if you just outright just stop seeing someone who's being featured in a review, that's a sign to you that the reviewer didn't actually think that highly of that player. So you'll see her, like, she felt good enough in game, and even when she didn't score, she felt good enough in game to where I have confidence that this is a very, very good card. It's also in my opinion, a fairly priced SBC. To me, this is a 9 out of 10 card. Reason why I would say 9 instead of a 10 out of 10 is because of playstyles. I do want her to have a low driven. I do want her to have a ping pass. I do want her to have a press proven. That's just me being picky. And you might not feel like she needs those 3 playstyles, but I want those. Like, it's not a need, but I want those playstyles. But she felt very good in game. I do think if those first 2 games lasted longer, she probably scored more goals. But those first 2 games were very quick games. As for Park, she was a pit bull. She was involved in the auto build up as well. Like, just like Russo, Park was involved in a good bit of the build up. No goals for her though. We got 1 goal, but it was like after my opponent freaking kind of like put his controller down because he was kind of like he was getting frustrated. He put his controller down. I scored the goal. He left. So she does have 1 goal, but I don't really want to count it because unless you consider the AI to be so good at defending to where like that should count, but I don't want to count it. But when it comes to her as a CM, she kept winning the ball. She was very, very physical and very strong in that midfield. It actually kind of makes me want to give her an anchor instead of the engine, because I don't see myself ever using her as a forward. I see her just only being a box to box. And if that's going to be the case, then I want to have her on the engine, because they'll not engine on an anchor, because it'll improve her defense. Her defense is only 87. You do want that to be higher. And again, 85 awareness as well. Again, you want that to be higher. 86 for strength. You want that to be higher. But even without the anchor, she was a very, very physical force in the midfield. Her and Enzo and Flint were doing very, very good in that midfield. I think I probably would have lost. We won all 3 games. I might have had a harder time with that last guy had I not had these 3 midfielders, because they were dominant. They were very dominant in that midfield. That guy wasn't very good, but he was someone who was playing very defensively, someone who was using a lot of freaking constant pressure and a lot of team press and a lot of just of the usual ratty stuff that people do in this game to avoid giving up goals. And that kind of player, even if they're bad, they can sneak a win past you because of just how this game plays, right? It doesn't matter how good you are, how bad you are. A worse player can sneak a win past a good player based on just how this game plays and if they're doing all the riding mechanics and whatnot. But I feel like we won that game because of Park, because of Flint, because of Enzo. But yeah, so I would say for her, 8 out of 10 more so than anything else. She's more hit or miss when it comes to saying, hey, if you build a United team, put her into your squad. Try her in your squad. But I feel like depending on what your Eagles looking like, depending on who you have in your midfield for your United squads, more so a super sub than anything else. But if your United squad's not looking crazy in the midfield, then yeah, she should be in your midfield. United squad, same things like an England team and things like that. But that's just me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you guys on the next one. I'm going to go ahead and edit this to get out for you guys. Good to see y'all night. Y'all stay safe or your day. You guys want to let this be kind. I'm out of here. Deuces.